So my name is Ian MacLeod, co-founder of Nirvana Strength and also the head coach here. I have been in Asia now for almost 13 years and 2.5 years in Bali specifically, like living here. We started Nirvana Strength about 3 years ago with, as far as finding the location and starting the company formation part. But before that, I was an English professor in Korea for about 8 years. And I think teaching has always been a part of, it's been something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, but it took this opportunity to come to Bali and open up this gym to really be able to focus on teaching in something specific that I really have passion about. This gym and everything that we do here encompasses basically my entire philosophy about what we should be doing with regards to health, wellness, creating a culture and environment that helps promote growth and is more individualistic and customized to the people that come here. So I think that's the main goal, the main idea, and it's been a journey. Obviously, like 10 years ago, I would never have expected to do something like this. But as we continue to progress in our facility, in our offerings, in our services, in our own education, we're able to further develop ourselves, which helps further develop our vision and our goals. And we want to avoid, the worst thing is to get hurt, right? Because if you get hurt, you can't perform your daily tasks. If you get sick, it's harder to perform your daily tasks. So how do we deal with these things from a preventative point of view, right? Before they become a problem, instead of waiting until they're a problem and then you try to fix it. Because, let's say something as serious as let's say cancer, is that you want to find out if you have cancer at the earliest stage possible, right? Because if you wait until the very end, it might be too late. There's obviously different levels of degree of seriousness when it comes to physical pain, mental pain, issues that you might have in relationships or with your job or your business, but you don't wait until everything explodes or becomes destroyed before you try to fix it, because then at that point it's for many people it could be too late. Is whoever is a high-level performer within their craft, they take a very similar approach. What are my weak points? What are the things that I need to work on that's going to give me the biggest return on my investment, and how do I get better at that? And so that's the idea of all the training here as well, and that's how we make it individual for each person and personalized for each person. Is you have to figure out, you have to continue to assess, you have to continue to modify, and you have to continue to give corrective feedback, right? Those three things are incredibly important. Yeah, everything is about consistency and understanding that life is people like to use the expression life is a game. If you're playing in a game, is that if you let's say you're playing Super Mario, right? And you're playing the game and you do a specific action and you die, you get to restart, right? But you don't continue to make the same mistake, right? You learn from your mistake so that you can survive and you keep going. You want to think of life as an experiment. You do something, you get some kind of reaction to it. So whether it be something negative or something positive, you realize, okay, if I do this positive thing happens. So that's a good thing. I might want to continue doing that, right? Or if I do something and something negative happens, it's like, okay, maybe I should not do that. Or maybe I should change something so that I don't perform the same thing again. When I was, let's say, 20 years old, I would never think to start a business in Bali. I didn't even really know that Bali existed. So you go through your process of living your life, of experimenting, of actively seeking feedback, on every aspect of your life. I think it helps you grow, and as you grow, you learn more about yourself. So it's not that you learn what your purpose is, but you gain a greater understanding of who you are as a person. When you do that, then you'll know what your purpose is. When we think about risk and making decisions, the fear that comes in with failure is where most people kind of stop. People may find a purpose or may find something that they are really passionate about, but they can't figure out how it will align with their ability to be financially stable. So they stay with their safe job. Even if they hate it, they will stay with their safe job. I think that's the thing that many people kind of end up regretting at the end of their life is that they wish they would have taken some kind of risk or some kind of opportunity that that they didn't when they were younger. Yeah, actively seeking out challenges to better prepare yourself for future obstacles, future challenges. And that's the main idea of growth, and I think as us as humans, right, and what nature demands of us as humans, right, is that we want to become stronger, we want to become more adaptable. It's this idea of survival of the fittest. Survival of the fittest, that idea has changed a lot because now we've created a environment where we can all be safe and we don't have to actively seek out challenges. It's very easy to stay safe, but I would challenge most people to get outside of your safe zone and challenge yourself actively. Otherwise, you're going to be challenged with something that you were not prepared for, and that could be, you know, fatal. You know, I had visited Bali before, but I visited, you know, up until now, I visited maybe 37 countries. And Bali is one of the very few, if only, places where consistently, among everybody that I spoke with, they would want to continue to return, right? It wasn't just about a one-time visit. You know, you can go to, let's say you go to Rome or you go to Paris or you go to places where people like to visit, for sure. They'd like to go there to see the sights. But what happens after you see the sights? Do you still want to go back a second time, a third time? Do you want to be there for more than, you know, 2-3 days? Do you want to be there for more than a week? Do you actually want to be there